Isn't it funny? Soon as he stands up, they immediately shit themselves. And this next clip, we got a different angle from the situation.
Assault, threw a drink and glass at me, cussed us, face racism.
Keep it down, okay? Shut up.
Can you get these girls out of the way? And they drop our drink too.
Sir, look at her. Yeah. I got her. Why are you recording? Because you're a little bitch.
Can you get these out of the way?
No. Let's go. Celia, stop. Celia, I'm telling you, I'm not fighting you.
They drop our
Fighting me?
What an absolute shit show of a situation. We had a reservation and they just sat beside us. We told them this area is reserved and our people are coming, and she started all this shit. Another comment says, "You, my good sir, deserve a medal. The amount of composure you had in order to not knock her out there was pretty mature of you." Yeah, because not only did they attack him, you know, throwing the drink on him, throwing a glass at his head, which could have caused serious damage, they started attacking his wife and everyone else who was there. This is what happens when you mix bizzleness with entitlement. This is how people act, because they've never been told no before. Someone else said, "It's the throwing the drink and immediately running away for me." Yeah, because as soon as he stood up, they immediately shit themselves and ran away. These girls are just playing Russian roulette, seriously, because they're lucky that this guy was composed and, you know, he didn't light them up. Because these girls are going to do that to the wrong dude. You can't go around attacking people and just expect nothing's going to happen in return, because one day it is. And this is why a lot of places just need security now, to protect other people from flipping donuts like this.
I think single women give the worst dating advice because they just tell the men to lick the fucking ground that they walk on. So it's like, if you don't do this, or if you don't pay for this, if they're not gonna fucking wine and dine you like this, they're pieces of shit. Or maybe they're just a broke single dude that's struggling in the fucking dating world. Like, I saw a video that went viral on TikTok where this guy brought the girl out to Starbucks and she's like, "Excuse me, I'm not worth more than Starbucks to you. I don't know you." A date is supposed to be getting to know somebody, not dropping your entire bank account on them so you can impress them, so they are willing to take you out on more dates, or willing to go out with you on more dates so you can explore the relationship. The date is supposed to be getting to know somebody, not spending your entire bank account on them.
Yeah, no lies detected. And I've always said this, low investment dates are the best. And I think these female dating coaches, most of them are just awful, because they always be telling women what they can get from a man, but they're not telling these women what they should be doing to keep that man, or get that man, or make that man happy. It's always about what they can get.
What's something fun about you? Give us one fun fact about you.
I like to shake my ass sometimes.
Baby, make that ass clap.
I don't know if you wanted to give the...
Make that ass clap. Hey.
Okay, out of all the fun facts, she chose that one.
Because my life is really boring. It's really not that much fun going on. I birthed 9 kids.
You have 9 kids?
I have 4 grandkids.
You a grandma. That's a fun fact. You are a mother of 9 children. You are a grandmother of 3. That's something that you should cherish, but you chose to shake your hind cheeks instead, but okay.
She belongs to the streets.
This woman's got more kids than I have jackets in my wardrobe. And you got all those kids and you're shaking it on the internet. And that's the only thing she could think of? Man, she could be a Prestige 10 bizzle right here.
I have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Last night, this morning.
Whoa.
Why you not with that guy?
That was my first time meeting up with him.
Are you being serious, Baltimore?
I'm so serious. I had sex with him right here on this couch.
Okay, why are you being serious?
She sounds like a real catch.
The makeup's still right there. You see it?
Okay, Raven, why do you want to be this much of a hoe?
Huh?
Why do you want to be this much of a hoe?
Yeah.
A hoe?
Yes.
How I'm being a hoe?
You told me you just met a man last night, that you just slept on the couch, that you calling me and looking for a new man right now. That's hoe activities.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't get
wild.
no more hoer than that.
She ain't on a hangover, she's on a hoe-over. And then she's on a call looking for another dude. Yeah, that's wild. She don't wait around.
Sandra!
I'm a course, baby girl. You said you met him yesterday, had sex with him on the couch that you calling me on. That's a hoe.
All right, I could be a hoe sometimes. I'm gonna admit that.
Sometimes.
But
I knew the guy or whatever. We just met up last night and I had sex with him. It was good too. But we gotta get there. But I don't.
And now you calling me looking for a new guy.
Yes. Cause that ain't my guy.
You're a demon.
Being a bizzle sometimes is a wild response. You either are or you're not. How can you be saying, yeah, I'm a bizzle part-time? It doesn't work like that. These casual hookups never end well. They really don't, because someone sooner or later, more than likely the woman will catch feelings, and then a lot of people will complain as to why they're getting feelings. But that's just how we are as humans, because they've normalized hookups when doing intimate things is meant to be with a significant other who you actually care about. Because what this woman is doing is just damaging behavior. It really is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Are we seeing the same thing, fellas? Adam's apple. We all saw it. You can't hide.
Yo.
What?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck this.
No, the one thing that changed the game for me was the simple question, would my future wife be doing that? Once I started asking myself that question, the standard was raised. Would my future wife be shaking ass in a club?
Nope.
Hammered drunk off 2 lines of... I mean, don't call me boring. Don't call me, he's so boring. No. You know what she's doing? She ain't sleeping until 2 p.m. on Sunday. She's at church getting the word in. You know what I mean? I'm saying you can't go out and have a good time. I like to have a good old time. I like to go out and, throw down. I'm not saying you can't do that. But what I'm saying is you got to ask yourself, would my future wife be doing that? Would my future husband be doing that? When I started asking myself that question, life got real simple on what I was doing. If my future wife isn't arguing with me, why her location's off at 2-3 a.m.? Why are you out? It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or at this point, maybe you're working, maybe you're not. I don't know, but you should, man, dude, go learn a recipe. Learn a new skill, do something. I'm not claiming to be no relationship expert. Lord knows I'm not, but my gosh, dude, it got real freaking simple once I started asking myself that question. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just...
It's not just you, mate. You just got to remember that women can be bums and losers as well, just as much as men can be. And yeah, that's a good way to think. Would my future wife be doing this? Because, yeah, like he said, if you start asking yourself that because we live in a pandemic of bizzleness, nah, she wouldn't be doing that. And there's millions of good women out there, and you're going to settle for one who's just being a pain in the ass, nagging you all the time, going out with her single friends up to no good. Why are you going to sacrifice and settle for that? I don't get it.
Drink.
Is
What?
this shit worth it? No, I'm being dead ass. Is this shit worth it? Cause I know you ain't crack. You have no testosterone.
Yeah.
You really got this drag you around on a leash, making you drink out of puddles? For what? Imagine your father walk by watching this shit take place. What would he think? Shit, if it was me, I would have took your ass to the pound. You want to be a dog, right? Well, we finna treat you like one. In this scenario, I deadass think there's no cure for this, bro. He doing this shit with a smile on his face.
Yeah, that's wild.
You can hear the girl laughing at him. He's getting humiliated. We gotta put this on Beyond Scared Straight or something to revert this back.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting the simping out of this guy. That is just bottom of the barrel degeneracy right there. This guy's the king of betas, the lord of simps. Yeah, there's no saving him. Only God can save that guy.
So I was talking to this girl, and we finally decided to go on a date. We went on the first date, went to Pluckers, and everything was amazing. I showed up and, was being sweet to her and nice and everything.
Okay.
And she was telling me how sweet I was, how nice I was, that I was, one of the sweetest guys she ever talked to. And, we went on a second date. We went to Dave & Buster's, and she told me that her favorite color was pink. So I went and bought her a pink teddy bear, pink flowers, and her favorite chocolate, because she told me what her favorite chocolate was.
Okay.
And as we get, I picked her up, I gave her all the stuff, and she was, so happy. She had the biggest smile. She was like, oh, my God, you're so cute, blah, blah, blah. Nicest guy I ever talked to, sweetest guy I ever talked to. And as we get to Dave & Buster's, I forget my Dave & Buster's card in my car. So I go and grab it, and I tell her I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. She kept walking, and I came back, but she didn't see me or hear me. And I'm walking behind her, and I seen that she's texting a guy, and then she blocks her. She locks her phone as soon as she sees me. And when you lift up your phone, it turns on. So she lifted it up, and I seen that guy's name, and I'm like, who's that? And she goes, my sister, my little sister. But her little sister did text her. It was right under that. I'm like, no, I see your little sister text you, but there's a guy texting you. And she's like, ugh. And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, that's weird. And the vibes were so off that we didn't even play games. Like, it was so weird. So I ended up taking her back home because she's like, I don't want nothing serious. I just want to be friends. And I'm like, if you just want to be friends, you should have told me that since the beginning. I wouldn't be doing all this. I would be doing my thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Somewhere else. And I feel like that's why guys don't do cute things for girls anymore. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of guys out there that are just players. But, girls are mean. They hurtful, bro. They could hurt you for real.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is why guys aren't sweet anymore. Because the guys that are sweet, y'all just play us in their face. And what do we get? Nothing. We just get effed over.
Yeah, it's true. And the guys that do those nice things, once they get humiliated like this guy did, they're never going to do those nice things again. But this is the way it is. I would say 99% of the girls you go on a date with, they're going to be talking to other guys. They are. There's not many girls that go on a date first, second time, and you're the only person they're talking to and got their eyes on. Normally, it's the best man wins. It really is. So unfortunately, a lot of us already know this Bonnie Blue waffle. I mean Bonnie Blue. She's famous for all the wrong reasons. So if you don't know who she is, then fair play to you, you're doing the right thing. But unfortunately, most of us already know. But this makes me happy. When she's out in the streets, where we all know she belongs, people are confronting her for the horrendous and disgusting act she's doing.
We're saying we're Tommy Horton from Mighty Man's Boxing Academy. What's up, Mighty Man's Boxing Academy?
Let's see that in an instant replay.
This makes me happy. Whoever this woman is, I'd love to shake her hand because we need to do more of this. Call out this degenerate, just vile behavior. Because if anything, this Bonnie Blue, she's just promoting and advocating for business. And we don't need any more of that out there.
Would you share me with your dad?
I wouldn't share you with my dad, no chance. He's happily married.
That's a red flag for me. No one is happily married. Where's his dad? Dad! I've got a really important question. Will you take me to Paris with your son?
No.
Why not?
Good man.
I'll have to find another guy.
That's what I'm talking about!
This is the thing. There are a lot of guys who would take her up on that offer and who are actively paying for her OF. This woman claims she makes 50k a day. These guys who are giving her money need to be studied. Because when you look at this woman, there is nothing, no soul, there's nothing behind the eyes. Nothing.
You're a demon.
What is your full body count? Or do you count like one by one, or is it easy to like take multiples of tens or hundreds?
It's hitting close to 2,000.
In the span of like how many years?
A year and a half ago. It's been very busy.
Could you name them all?
Oh, definitely not. No, like the day after I forgot.
Where's your dad? Where's your mom? Where is your family?
Yeah, guys, I think we're cooked. This generation is cooked. If I look up one day and the asteroids come in, I'm going to blame Earth for it. I really am.
What is your body count, and does body count matter to you?
So I think the better question to what is your body count and does it matter is, have you ever gotten an STD? No. 100% perfect test record.
She's not answering the question.
Do I know the number? No. Can I give you a range? Yes. Probably like 500 to 1,000. Maybe leaning more towards 1,000. Red flag number 67.
So, I mean, you've kind of seen it all then, so I wouldn't be anything new, so I'm kind of cool with that, honestly. You've definitely had worse, so I'm not, okay, that's not a red flag. I'm actually cool with that.
It probably goes up if you count.
What do you mean you're cool with that?
I realize that part.
Okay, see, that's also cool. See, like, I'm not a big, you know what I'm saying? If it's clean, if it don't stink.
No, it's always clean.
See,
like
then that's all that
100%
matters.
test record there.
Because I'm like a certified eater.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
There's so many things wrong with this. This girl's got a higher body count than some populations in villages. And this guy, the White Knight, the SimpSaverSam, they're always there to save him. And this is the problem. He's part of the problem. What a donut.
And I am unemployed.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't say anything after that. You just said you was employed. You didn't say if you did anything else on the side. Okay. Do you do anything else on the side?
I'm a full-time sugar baby.
Bruh. Oh, yeah, no.
No.
Don't come up here like that.
Like what?
Don't do that.
Don't do what I do.
What she do? What she didn't do. Apply. Now, are any of the gentlemen your type?
No, I prefer to date outside my race.
Unlike the first clip, I'm glad these guys weren't simping. She had, 30 seconds to try and get those guys to like her, and all she said was, I'm unemployed and I have a sugar daddy. She sounds like a real catch.
These women be like, I know my value. Value is what? You're just like every other chick out here. I've seen 1,000 of you. You're selfish. You're entitled. You're sneaky. You're manipulative. What is your value?
Yeah, and the women who say they want a man who does this, this, and this, and then you say, what do you bring to the table? And they're just offering stuff they can do in the bedroom. And then you say, well, if that's all you're offering, no wonder why you can't find a stable relationship. Because what else have you got to offer other than that?
I'm going on 50 first dates. Plot twist, with rich guys only. Come on a first date with me. This is the fit. Denim midi skirt, bodysuit, and then a blazer. It's a little bit chilly. I know we're going to a rooftop because we booked it today and it was really sunny, and now not so sunny. Anyway, we're going to London because it's just so many better options, places to go, as opposed to Essex. I don't know that much about him other than that he works in construction, which I love, and that his family is Iranian, but he was born here in London. I'm always wondering, am I going to be like the first person there, or is he going to be the first person there? Is it going to be awkward? Like,
how many people you sent me, by the way?
Straight to it, huh? You can't really blame this guy for asking, because she said she only goes on dates with rich guys, going on 50 dates, and that guy said how many people you slept with. Pretty valid for someone who does that day in, day out. Because if you're going to do bizzle behavior, you're going to get bizzle treatment at the end of the day. Because any woman that makes TikTok saying, yeah, I'm going on 50 dates and they're only with rich men, that's not really wifey material.
Husband that I have ever met that's loyal, stable, consistent, loving, super nice, will do anything for the family, anything for her, anything for the kids, constantly self-sacrifice himself and his own well-being for her, okay? Every single husband that I know in that category has been left, has been cheated on, has been heartbroken, or has been divorced, okay? Now, over the years, every single husband that I've watched who moves the exact opposite, meaning he does whatever he wants, he doesn't really care. Maybe he's at the bar 3 or 4 nights a week, then he's out over at this sports bar hanging out, and the wife and kids are never really a priority. I have watched these wives consistently chase and pursue these men's validation and stay with these husbands year after year after year after year, staying with them despite constantly complaining.
Yeah, I mean, make it make sense. Yeah. I mean, I think we've all been there. We've tried to do the nice guy thing because we're all brought up to hold doors and buy flowers and be the gentleman and be the nice guy from day dot. And you quickly find out that that's not the case. Because the girls that they're leaving you for just come out of prison, knobheads, and you're thinking, what the hell's going on? Because it's weird. Sometimes you think girls want a guy who isn't nice, but guys really just want a girl who's nice. We're really that simple.
What are you doing for work?
I own a couple businesses.
A couple of them things, huh? That's what's up.
Right?
Can you be a sugar mama to a P or what?
I would never be a sugar mama, but you can be my sugar daddy. What is it that you do?
That's deep. That's deep. I don't do much. I just clip my fingernails.
Oh, so you're a nail tech?
No. I just clip.
Lucky for you. I have a salon and I'm looking for a nail tech.
Word.
So I can hire you and you can work for me.
I'm trying to hire you though. I got a job. It's a job. So what
Gotcha. Fair play to her. She's got a couple businesses, but I don't know if I'm buying it, because why would you be saying you want a sugar daddy? If you got your own money coming in, you wouldn't want that.
Say that one more time.
I said, I am trying to have my first child with you, and I promise you we can get married first, then we can have a child, and I'll treat you right.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
So do we got a deal or not?
We'll see.
That's what we gonna see.
He's doing all this, and then he went on TikTok and saw his phone calls being recorded and mocked online. Yeah. See you in the gym, mate.
I have high hopes for myself. I think I will, despite my career, I'll find a good man.
Nah.
Have a good
You
life.
think you deserve a good man?
I do, absolutely.
Oh, that was
You're gonna call me
fire.
sideways?
Yo, he hit you with fire. He said,
Yo, he's... Nah, it's like... That bro he's breathing fire right now. That was crazy. Do you think you deserve a good man?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was just the question.
Okay, sorry I chose up. Life was hard. Do I want to do this forever? No.
Damn, what do you got to say? I know you got something to say to that.
What?
Life is hard, huh?
Life is hard. Yeah, life is hard. You got to make choices.
Yeah.
Choices that stick with you forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
All these choices. But forever's not a long time. You know? Forever's not a long time. It doesn't last
We're
forever.
gonna have a personal debate off camera.
Let's debate.
No, not
Go
on
ahead,
camera.
go ahead,
I'm not
go
doing
ahead.
it on camera with
Run
you.
it up. Let's go. No big deal. We're talking about how all women probably think they deserve a good man even when they don't.
This is the thing. Any man with decent values is never going to be or respect a woman who's doing OF or any type of corn for that matter. And you can just tell by the way she's dressed and her demeanor and everything. She's advertising herself, but it's not really working out by the sounds of it.
I was like, wow, she's dropping gorgeous, you know? What is her name?
There's a man talking to us. I'm sorry.
Why? Come on.
No, I agree with her.
Come on. Oh, okay, I just had a little game. I know I need to deserve. I need to deserve, right? So, what if I say 3 punches in the stomach? Can I talk to her?
There's a million bitches. Talk to someone else.
I'm not trying to talk to the beach, you know? Come on, it's always the fridge is protecting the stocks. Oh my God.
You're a victim.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like that? I mean, she's mad because he's not talking to her. And I've seen this many times, like trying to talk to a girl. And like he said, the fridge is always protecting the snacks every time. This is when this guy needs a wingman who's willing to, you know, go the extra mile, go behind enemy lines to get the fridge away so this man can carry on doing what he's got to do.
I just unmatched with a girl on Tinder because she said, fingers crossed you make over 80K a year.
Wow.
I'm all for being a provider, but what I can provide her is realistic standards, and that seems to be something a lot of ladies want less and less these days. I mean, is that appropriate to ask? I would assume maybe later down the road, but within the first 5 responses,
that's crazy
to me.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna. Yeah.
I've heard this from many people. So many people have DM'd me with screenshots of the crazy stuff girls ask them on dating apps and all that. And girls are always asking how much you make, how much you weigh, your height, all that, what car you drive, all this stuff. Soon as you say how much do you weigh, you know what's going to happen.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Victoria, what's your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
No way, bitch.
Why? What's yours?
Aquarius.
What you know about Scorpios?
I know that you guys are aggressive.
We're not aggressive.
But gentle.
We just like to scare you a little bit.
A little bit,
test
yeah.
the waters.
I know
and then we'll give you the whole world.
I know that you guys are one of the only star signs that is in the water.
The only.
You're one of the only. There's 3.
Oh.
You are one of 3.
Yes.
I also know that you guys are.
I'm actually one of 1.
Sweet on the outside, but a little spicy on the inside.
Oh, we're very spicy.
Yep.
You like spice?
Told you I know about my star signs.
So can you handle the spice?
I just made all that shit up, and she agreed with me. This is what I'm talking about. The star sign shit is fake. I made all that up.
Got him.
That's hilarious. Yeah, this star sign stuff always makes me laugh. And she's saying she's one of 1, walking around in a bodysuit like that in public when she's 99% naked. I'm not sure she's one of 1, mate.
Feminist propaganda is not real, then why was I raised to believe that Amelia Earhart was an impressive historical figure? Why was I raised to believe that she was this titan, this goddess of aviation, when she's famous literally just for crashing? She's famous for crashing and being eaten subsequently by crabs, and for that she is fondly remembered. Oh, but she was actually the first woman to fly solo over the Atlantic. Yeah, a man also did that before her. And you know how he died? Of natural causes. He flew over the Atlantic and subsequently did not crash the plane at a later date. Why is he not remembered? Bro, how terrible is the roster? How bad does your roster have to be that Amelia Earhart is one of your W's? That's crazy. That's like me going, oh, look at all the great male achievements and pointing to the guy who crashed the Titanic. Don't even get me started on that heifer Helen Keller. Oh yeah, deaf, dumb, and blind, but she wrote 14 books. Yeah, that's a claim that would withstand modern standards of scrutiny. Odd how literally no other deaf, dumb, and blind person in the 21st century has ever done any of that.
Yeah, to be fair, he has got a good point here. He has. You have to let me know what you think in the comments about that one.
I would like to offer this perspective for you. Instead of encouraging people to delude themselves into thinking that they're 10s and there's no room for growth, I would say my personal mindset is, even though I can be objective about the way that I look, it's not everything to me. You can be happy with or indifferent to your appearance, even though you're objectively not a 10. You can also recognize that there are more important things than appearance. For example, I do want to be attractive to my husband, so I go to the gym, I eat healthy so that I am, but there's more than just my attraction that I have to offer to my husband. Yeah. So do you agree that that's a better mindset to have instead of deluding yourself into believing you're a 10?
Yes, but also like you should just like yourself enough that you think. Right. Yeah.
Now I said that I'm not a 10. Yeah. I in fact said I was a 6. However, I like myself. There's room for growth, and I will do things to grow, even with my appearance. And my appearance is not the most important thing. I would argue that that is a much better, much healthier mindset than just deluding yourself into believing you're a 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So have I changed your opinion? No.
Yeah, she broke it down perfectly, and this is the thing. There's so many girls, like I've said in other videos, the wildebeest lurk in the club at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when the lights are starting to come on. You know, they say they're a 10. All these girls are 10s when we know they're not. They know they're not, but they just want to believe and assert the delusion in their head.
And what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any businesses we could be on the lookout for?
No, just not right now.
What?
Y'all think that someone should open the door for y'all. Like, that's how y'all feel.
Well, let me ask you this. What's the reason that you want a man to open your door?
I just think that's...
Because you're a value?
As a man and as, like, to a woman, that's what you just should... I think that's just, like...
So what is it showing? I'm trying to get to a point. Like, what does that signify? When a man does that, what is he showing? What is it?
I think that it's...
Showing that he values you?
I think, yes, that one, he values you, and I also believe that he just wants you to be treated like a lady, like a queen, like...
Okay, I hear you. Hear me out, though. If him opening the door signifies to you that he values you, then why would you not say I would open his door if you value him? If it's about a value thing.
This is like maybe like gender fluidity, but I mean, I think that
that's funny.
Men should do manly things. I feel like women...
So why can't we say we want women to do womanly things, but we can't say that, can we?
Should do womanly things.
You know what I think women call manly things? Things that cater to them. If it caters to the woman, if you're paying for this, if you're taking care of the household, if it's benefiting me, it's manly. And if it's not, then it is unmanly.
This woman's got the manipulation starter pack. I can already see it. And a good woman who truly values a man and was raised right, she's gonna love and respect that man for who he is, not for the benefits of his labor.
This is a queer fat club.
I'm queer and fat.
Okay, thank you for joining. We're just introducing ourselves at the moment.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Joe?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I go by he, they, and I identify as 275 pounds.
Okay.
That's funny.
I feel like Jay's kind of making fun of me, though. I know it's kind of a shock. I know, kind of a new thing.
I'm just,
Do what?
I said I apologize.
Oh, no, you're good.
Are you comfortable leaving the group at the moment?
Why?
I'm not understanding why you're joining the group.
This is the queer and fat group now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I came here for.
Okay. And you said you identify as fat?
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking the same thing, but she just doesn't want to say it because she's trying to be politically correct. This is funny.
Okay. This is just for fat-bodied people.
Yeah, I understand. I identify as a fat-bodied person.
I'm not understanding where you're coming from.
Are you guys comfortable with me here? I mean, I'm pretty chill on my end.
I'm not comfortable, no.
This is literally a perfect video of how mostly everyone feels with all this identify as a flipping lamppost stuff we're seeing and hearing. Yeah, it just makes no sense. Like, you've got people identifying as black, Asian, fat, skinny, tall, short, whatever. You can identify as what you want these days.
Talk about the one in the middle. I don't know why you're talking your forehead look like the Eiffel Tower.
I don't know why you're talking you got a scroll on your chin. Your muscles non-existent. Your arms look like
I ain't gonna say nothing to you.
I have to hide your
Your
big nose. Your nose
You take up your whole entire
What
face.
is happening?
You might look like you need a brush, nappy head, little. Yeah, put your tongue back in your mouth.
Yeah, how it goes through your hair, you wouldn't know you're not black. You're not light skinned.
You thought you
really got there.
The thing is, these webcam sites, I don't care what anyone says, 99% of the people on there are weirdos. You know, I remember going on I think it's called Omegle back in the day, and you'd just be swiping through just with the boys having a laugh or whatever. And then every like 10 swipes, you see a dude there with his pants down. Like, who goes on that website generally to talk to people? I don't get it, because, yeah, it's just a weird place.
Men used to go to war. That's all I'll say. Like,
women used to be worth going to war for. They just show their buttholes on the internet.
Women are mean, and like I think y'all think it's totally okay to be mean because of what men have been to you in society. Yeah, but it's fucked up. Like I was out with my ex and her friend. We were like in Martha's Vineyard. We're like hanging out at this bar, and this guy like he's trying to talk to them, and her friend is clearly out of this guy's league, but he's trying, and he's not being rude. And he's like, hey, yeah, like you know, y'all want a drink? She's like, no. He's like, oh, that's cool. Like, where y'all from? She turns to my girl. And she's like, why does he keep talking to me? And I'm like, this is fucking mean.
When I was younger, I was completely vicious to men, but I'm like a public figure now. So if someone approaches me, I don't default to being mean.
Yeah, but that's not good. Why? You didn't say I stopped being mean because it's wrong to do.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm just in a new position. I can't shit on these way I normally would.
Yeah, a lot of guys know this. Been there, done that. Approaching girls, a lot of times they belittle you. Like I've said before in many videos, it's like rolling the dice, playing Russian roulette. You don't know what's going to happen. If she finds you attractive and all that, happy days, green light. But if she doesn't, she's probably not going to let you down gently. She's going to make you look like a mug, unfortunately.